What is up, everyone? Propy Weekly Webinar 115. We've got a couple new faces on here with us. Lauren, welcome. Anna, welcome. I think this is Title Wednesday. All things title, all things exciting, relevant to transacting, closing on a home to all of our real estate followers out there. So it's exciting day, Title Wednesday. Thanks for hopping on.
Yes. It should be Title Tuesday, you said.
I know. I always want to say Taco Tuesday for everything. I don't eat tacos, nor is it Tuesday. Hey, so for those of us relatively new to the stream, following on socials today, tomorrow, whenever, you guys want to introduce yourself real quick and your roles here at Propy?
Sure. You want to go ahead, Lauren?
Sure. My name is Lauren Marie Mesa, and I'm an account executive here at Propy. Excited to be part of it.
Great. Anna, Atencio CEO at Propy Title. I've been in the business for 23 years, going on 24. Came on with Propy about a year ago, and actually a little over a year ago. And we have been, ever since we launched, we have been going extremely crazy with the calls and a lot of new business coming in and a great deal of questions. So we thought we would help out and possibly answer any questions that might arise that we get often.
Thank you. So Lauren Marie Mesa, you know, people with three names always give me the willies. Anybody who uses three names, I never trust them. Do you, Anna?
Yes, I trust Lauren very much.
Okay.
She's pretty amazing.
Thank you, Anna, for backing me up.
I had a crush on a girl in high school named Mary Ann Neal, and she never knew I was alive, so I've never trusted that. But anyway,
that's where your trauma comes in.
Yeah, it's not about me. Today's all about Propy Title, executing, closing on homes, not just crypto deals, traditional deals. Both of you guys have a deep dive background in title and escrow. Anna, you've been all over the country. Lauren, you've focused a lot in the Southeast. So let me just ask the most obvious question. If I'm a real estate agent, why Propy Title?
Well, I'll tell you, we have the greatest technology, and it is safe, secure, transparent, and we close on the deed on chain. So what's great, the greatest thing and the hugest challenge we have is in the whole entire title industry, wire fraud. Wire fraud is huge, and billions of dollars are taken on an annual basis by fraudsters. What our platform allows for is the safety and security of the buyers and the sellers' funds. So we accept our earnest money, the buyer's earnest money for a given transaction through an online source, through the Propy platform. It comes straight to our escrow account. Then we have, in the end, when they pay their final payment, the escrow wire instructions are in the platform where only the buyer can see. So they don't go out in La La Land anymore. They're not emailed out. They are on the platform, and the buyer would then log in to the platform to see what those wire instructions are. So they don't go to an email address, and that is exactly how the fraudsters are getting in. They're getting in through a bogus email address, taking those wire instructions, putting their information on there, and then sending them to the buyer, so the buyer then sends those funds to the wrong account. Propy Title avoids that altogether. So security, transparency, and safe, secure, transparent, and quick. That is what we provide. And the best service, our escrow officers are amazing.
Lauren, that was a pretty thorough answer. So let me switch it up a little bit on you. What do you say to realtors who think of Propy as only a company that handles Web3 crypto NFTs? How do you remind agents that we handle traditional deals as well as anyone in the country?
Well, yeah, because they hear, oh, you can close crypto, great, I'll use you, and I have that person come along, which is a small but growing segment of the business. But I will piggyback on what Anna said. One, when I talk to agents, I want to say, like, listen, we help differentiate you from the other agent that you're up against by saying, we're going to keep you secure. You can tell your clients, like, I have a way to keep your money safe and secure and away from wire fraud. Additionally, it gives you that extra layer of differentiation when, yes, we're going to close your deal traditionally at the municipality level, but we're also going to be putting it on the blockchain. And that may be abstract to some of your clients, but that gives them a moment to shine and kind of show their knowledge, one being a traditional real estate agent and also futuristic and more modern, where you're going to have an immutable record. Your buyer and seller are going to have an immutable record. The deed will be at the municipality level. But if a hurricane comes along, hacking comes along and damages those records, they're always going to have that immutable record to show their ownership. And then additionally, Gwyneth, anybody that deals with Propy gets to know Gwyneth and her team and how fantastic they are. She gets to help, further show how being a modern agent is great for your branding. It sets you apart from other agents.
You guys are tough panelists because I've got 4 questions just to start with. And what ends up happening is you end up answering all the questions with your first answer. So now you've already told me why blockchain title is different from traditional title. You already talked to me why I would want to record the deed on title as well as traditional. So I'm gonna have to think of more questions. But Anna, I am going to ask you on a macro level. I know it's different state by state, but how does Propy pricing stack up to our competitors?
We're very competitive when it comes to pricing, and you're right, each state is definitely different. And we've got on our website, you can go on our website, propytitle.com, and in our licensed states, we can provide you with a link that you can create your own net sheet so that you can see exactly what our prices are in the states that we are licensed. In the outer states that we are not licensed, we facilitate those closings. We can get you a net sheet in no time. So if you emailed myself, Anna at propytitle.com, or Rachel, who is instrumental in getting this information for you also, Rachel at propytitle.com, or even easier, John at propytitle.com. Happy to help anybody gain those net sheets for your client.
So Lauren, let me ask you, do we do traditional refinances? Do we do traditional deals directly from lenders?
Yes, we do. We do anything that your traditional title company can do just as easily and efficiently, probably better.
So let me ask you that. So how do we do virtual closings? How do you guys do that? If you don't have a physical office, let's say I'm in Arizona where there's no physical office, how do we close it? How does the technology allow us to close it without needing a physical office and burdening people with that?
Well, we live in a digital world, right? So we are completely 100% paperless, with the exception of the deed and the lender package. So if you have a closing in, say, Florida, we've got a closing in Florida, we send a notary out who is trained and knows loan docs and knows our process. We have vetted them so they know exactly what's on those documents and how to close them, how to notarize them. So that notary would then send those documents back to that escrow officer. The escrow officer cleans that package out, gets it back to the lender, and then we have a closing. It's very simple, very easy. We don't need a brick and mortar, with the exception of those states that require it. We are getting licensed in the states that, some states that will require a brick and mortar in the next couple of years. But right now, living in a digital world, it is amazing. Lauren, you want to add to that?
Yes, I think it just adds to the convenience. With technology, we're everywhere that you and your clients want to be. If you want to do it at your office, you with the agent, we can do it at their office. But even better, if you want to do it at the final walkthrough, when you're at the property, at that new home, it's all new and exciting. We can close the buyer right there. So to me, it adds a little bit more excitement than having to go to another office, another place. We can actually just make it more convenient for everybody.
Yeah, I think the flexibility of closing works best for the client it's a new novel concept, but we all would agree that's the right thing.
Yep.
Especially in today's generation where we're not really beholden to offices. So Ann, I'll ask you first, and then Lauren, I want you to kind of give me a spin on it. You've closed a lot of deals through Propy Title, and some of them are mine, my realtors that love you and are loyal, and you just closed a guy the other day that had some pretty out of the box type listings and you handled them no problem. So I'm going to try to make it as hard as I can for you.
Sure.
What are some things that people say after they've used us that say, oh, I didn't know it was going to be that good in this regard, or the opposite, challenging? But what's some of the feedback you hear from agents and brokers once they finally use us?
So I'll give you an example. We just had one today, actually. We have a lender who was so excited that the process was entirely so streamlined and easy. They actually want to come to the closing tomorrow. This is a closing that I offered to go to the table to because it's a family member. They wanted me as a notary to come, so I said that I would. The lender asked if they could join because they wanted to meet the people behind the work, the title work. And so, making it transparent, making it easy, inviting those people into the transaction so they can see everything that's going on. They love that aspect. Everybody is able to see what everybody else is doing, where the process is along the way. So they don't really even need to give us a call. They see right on the platform where everything is. They don't have to call. It makes life easier for the agent. The agents, call me all the time and say, oh my gosh, I love your platform. It is so streamlined, it's so easy. I don't even need to reach out to the escrow officer. I've had other comments where they said, wow, you have an online payment system that's safe and secure. Yes, we do. Some call back and say, wow, my buyer was so impressed. That was very easy for them to accomplish. They didn't have to go to their bank. They did it right from their phone. Wire instructions, they praise us about that because some realtors will go out and physically take those wire instructions to their buyer, so their buyer doesn't even have to see them in an email. So I had a realtor call the other day saying, thank you so much for making the wire instructions so secure. I no longer have to drive to my buyer so that I can get them wire instructions. So much feedback in a positive manner, how our system works. And, people love us. That's why we're getting so many more customers coming aboard and saying, yes, let me use Propy.
That's awesome. Lauren, what are you hearing out in Florida?
So sometimes, I'm a tech savvy person and I used to be a busy agent, so I understand the challenges. And I was really excited when I saw the tools. And when I speak to an agent, they're like, oh, not another platform, because the lender has a portal, everybody has a portal, and it's just too much. And I have to quickly explain, like, listen, ours is different. It's a user interface that plays with every player of the transaction. It's not just you, agent, that has to log in, download, and send it. Everybody gets to log in and see exactly what's going on with the transaction. It reduces stress and it streamlines the process for everyone involved. So if you're the seller's agent, then the buyer's agent gets to see, buyer and seller get to see what they need to see, and the lender gets to see what they need to see. So everybody gets to log in and know exactly what's going on any time of the day. And when they get to actually see that and experience, they understand that it's just completely different.
Yes, and let me just add, when they keep their documents, they have that access 24/7 for the rest of their life. It'll never go away. So when they go to do their taxes and they forgot where they put their paperwork, who carries paper anymore? It's safe and secure. You don't even need to download it. All you have to do is log in back into your file. It'll be there forever, and grab the documentation that's required for your taxes. It's amazing.
And I'll
What-
piggyback on that. A lot of agents, they jump brokerages, and then the broker keeps those documents in their e-document storage. So the next year when their client reaches out and says, where's my Alta statement, for taxes, they don't have to go back to their broker. They don't have to say they don't have it. The agent are always going to have access to those documents. So it's a forever e-doc storage for them as well, regardless of what broker they're with.
Right.
And what chain do we close? What chain do we use to put deeds on?
Ethereum.
The
Ethereum
Ethereum
blockchain.
network. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
love Ethereum. Side note, I don't know if you guys know that Natalia and the team have met Vitalik, the founder and kind of brains behind the Ethereum network, which is super nerdy, which gets me excited. So let's lean into my nerdy side, Anna. And I hate to do this on the webinar because I don't want people to think we're just NFT, just crypto, because 99% of our deals are traditional deals, traditional refis. We can close any type of deal. But let's say I do have a crypto buyer, wallet to wallet, maybe thinking about an NFT. Can you and your team, Anna, handle that through Propy Title?
Yes, we also handle cryptocurrency. Now, what agents need to understand is that not the entire transaction cannot be crypto to crypto. So if you have a crypto to crypto transaction where it's wallet to wallet, you're still going to have fees that the buyer is going to have to convert. And that is for taxes, county taxes. You cannot pay that in cryptocurrency. The title company, whatever title company is used, you cannot pay title fees in cryptocurrency. Some agents will not accept cryptocurrency, so there's a conversion for that. HOAs, you can't pay with cryptocurrency. So there is always going to be some type of conversion unless they want to pay those fees out of pocket cash. In a cryptocurrency transaction, the transaction doesn't necessarily need to be free and clear. On an NFT, yes, it does, but on a crypto transaction, it doesn't necessarily need to be free and clear because title still does their due diligence on clearing that title. So any liens, any encumbrances, all the payoffs, they're all paid. So payoff, of course, you can't pay a payoff with cryptocurrency. So that amount would need to be converted as well. So there's just a little bit more for you, the agents out there who are interested in doing a cryptocurrency transaction.
Well, it's easy though, Anna, because if I'm an agent and I've got a crypto buyer, crypto seller, I just use you and you handle all that work for me.
We handle it all. We do
just
it
like
all.
you and I do in real life. All these messy
Yes.
deals, I say, don't worry about it. My team, i.e. Anna, will handle it all. And I just look like the hero. So thank you for that.
That's right. And you just see it all happening right there on the Propy platform.
By the way, for those following on social media, there is 15 hours left on the NFT webinar. I'm reading it on the NFT sale. They're in
Disney,
Orlando.
guys, the hottest part of the country.
Yes, it's awesome.
All right, guys. So we've talked about crypto. We've talked about NFTs. We've talked about title. We talked about which Ethereum, which chain we close on, which is usually a hot debate, but we're not going to have that debate today. So if I use property to close on my property, would it then be owned by my SPV, single purpose vehicle? So it would need property to do title work again when I sell it, or would property just handle the mortgage and sale docs and the title process is skipped? I don't think. Let me read that to you again, Anna. You ready? If I use property to close my house, it would then need to be owned by an SPV, or would property do the title work again, and when I sell it, or would property just handle the mortgage and sale docs and the process is skipped?
So I think we're getting confused with an NFT versus a traditional transaction.
Correct.
In an NFT, the LLC owns the property. It is transferable by the beneficiary of that LLC. My recommendation would be to have that property, do a title search. You can do a title search and a lien search to ensure that it's still free and clear. but you do not need a policy, an owner's policy to take ownership of that NFT. On a traditional transaction, yes, you have to, if you resell that property and you have the mortgage deed, deed of trust, depending on what state you're in and what they call it, which is the security instrument that is filed in the county as well. That is what places the lien on title for the amount of money that is owed. You still have that, yes. And then you have the conveyance deed, which changes ownership, and those amounts of transfer taxes are paid in the closing. So I think that was a two-part question, two-part answer to that question. Don't get confused the difference between a traditional transaction and NFT.
Yeah, and that's why I sometimes am hesitant to even bring these up on the deal, because people always want to think of us as crypto and NFT only. I often, Anna and I have a joke where I say, I didn't know you guys do traditional deals, Anna, which I think only she and I think that's funny. No one else in my house thinks that's funny. So what else am I missing? So Lauren, you've been in the title business a while. When you're reaching out to agents, what are some things about our platform and our process that they find the most exciting?
I think the offer management is really exciting. They don't have that in a lot of tools, where, especially in some markets, they're still getting a lot of multiple offers. Last couple of years, where you're getting a lot of multiple offers. I try to explain, like, we're going to help you focus on your business, growing your business, spending time with your clients, and educating yourself, instead of having these offers come in and then you have to come home at night and then you have to gather all your emails and all the data, get it into a spreadsheet and hand it over to your seller at some point. That's all being done automatically for you on our platform. All of the data is coming in. Your seller gets notified. They get to log in and see the offer before you have put it together, and then they're going to have access to that spreadsheet because we've already put it together for them. So that's really exciting. And then once you accept the offer, it automatically just rolls into our transaction platform. If you're using Title, then it's all one just streamlined process. And again, it just saves you so much time. It saves your clients hassle and stress. And that's really what everybody's looking for, right? We haven't talked about your new role, right? Don't we have some exciting news to share on your side?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, thanks. It's all about me, Lauren.
I need to focus it back on you.
Yeah. So we are launching kind of our Propy Learning Academy. And so we're really excited to partner with brokers, agents, and MLSs around the country to kind of bring crypto, Web3, emerging technology education out into the field. So we've educated, or as an Indiana we would say, we've learned over 1,000 realtors on the emerging technology of blockchain and crypto. And so we're going to take that kind of out into the masses, work with MLSs, brokerages, big teams, train their agents, train their marketing departments, and help use Web3 technology, cryptocurrency, blockchain, NFTs to actually help grow their business, find new buyers, sellers, attract new agents, educate and learn their current agents. And so it's really exciting. We've partnered with several MLSs, several big brokerages. So anybody listening or following, if they have any questions on how to bring the Propy education platform to your brokerage or your MLS, reach out to me, Adam@propy.com. But really excited about that. And we're actually going to do a couple big events in July and August in Florida. So you and I will be in person, Lauren, talking about Propy Title and Escrow, all things Propy. The thing I love about it is, real estate by and large has been very custodialized and non-transparent. And the thing about this new technology is it's just so beautiful because of the transparency. We're just trying to make it a more open platform for both sides to see each other, for the homeowner to see everything in real time, for the closing docs to be on chain. So, and I think we sometimes take for granted how easy it is for us here in the US to have really good, clean title and escrow. But if you think about it globally, it really is a challenge. And so I'm excited that we're kind of tackling that and taking that road, showing the road. So we got about 2 minutes left until we open it up for off the social media. And if people want to get a hold of you or your team, how would they reach out to you? What's the best way to get a hold of you? I know you're pretty busy.
So my email address is it's ANA, 2 A's, 2 N's, ANNA at propytitle.com. You also have John, John, JOHN at propytitle.com, and Rachel at propytitle.com.
What is that called? Was it an anagram of the same thing spelled forward and backward is the same word?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Anna is an anagram.
Palindrome.
Palindrome. Thank you, Gwen.
Yes, that's what it is.
I don't know what an anagram is. Gwyneth is by far the brains of this operation. Lauren, if I'm a realtor down in Florida, Southeast, I want to reach out to you, figure out what's going on, how to use Propy Title. How do I get a hold of you?
Lauren at propy.com. I'm with Propy. So I do everything from our transaction platform to title. And it's just LAUREN at propy.com. Keep it simple.
We don't need all three names, just Lauren at propy.com.
Lauren, yeah, and you can address me. I don't go by Lauren Marie. It's just Lauren. On paper, though, it's just, the complete package.
I'm going to start using myself, Adam Leroy Brown. That's what I'm going to start saying. I'm going to make up middle names and use them. That would be good.
That's a pretty cool name, though, Adam. I mean, you got to admit.
Yeah.
Adam Leroy Brown.
Oh, I made that up. It's not really Leroy. I just thought it sounded good. Adam Leroy
I was going to say, they made a song.
Yeah, they did. That's where I got that. Leroy Brown.
He's just bad Leroy Brown.
Yeah. I forgot all about that. Lauren, you're awfully young to know that song. Gwyneth, you run the customer support team. You are the backbone of all current Propy clients, customers, advocates. How would they get a hold of you, Gwyneth, if they had any questions or concerns?
Sure. Well, there are two different reasons why you might want to get a hold of me. I'll give you my direct email is my name, which is, I'm going to put in the chat here, Gwyneth. I'll spell it out loud, GWYNETH. You know the Welsh, they mangle the language. And if you have any reason for support, if you want some tips or anything else, you can use support at propy.com, and then you can get more around the clock coverage for anything you want to ask. Thank you for the opportunity to speak, Adam, and for the compliment.
No, anytime. Just so everyone knows, when I have a question, I go to Gwyneth. So
Gwyneth, honestly, this is amazing.
I agree.
Blushing.
She's the adult in the room, but anyone wants to talk about education, doing some sort of sponsorship, taking our team into your marketplace, whether it's a MLS, a board, or a brokerage, we'd love to talk to you about that. Adam at Propy. Find me anywhere on social media. So we're going to open it up to the people that are attending the webinar. We're going to sign off on the social media. So everybody stick around. We're going to ask the attendees on the webinar to turn the camera on and fire away, turn their cameras on and fire away with any questions they might have for the Propy Title team. So for the rest of you, thanks for following and thanks for watching.
Thanks, everybody.